So out here today, it was got up at 3:30 this morning. A little too hot in the house in the summer. AC doesn't like to keep up. But I've been dealing with some back and leg pain from my job, which is more my fault. I was wearing a shoulder bag from my previous career and using it to carry my iPad and stuff. Because now I door knock for a living, and I was at Memorial Day weekend. It was raining all weekend, so I just need this thing for my iPad, kind of keep it a little more dry. But I had it basically, it's a low shoulder bag on my hip. And it was just, I didn't really realize after the first day, I was like, man, I'm a little sore. I was like, it must be because I was out, 8 hours in the rain. Next day at work again, and I was like, I think my back's messed up. And so it took a good 2 weeks, pain management. I actually started taking, ibuprofen and stuff like that, but just trying to rough it out. Did some heat therapy and so on. But then, since I was compensating for my back, they say my hamstrings got tightened up, my hips got tightened up. So now I'm dealing with that. So now at 6 in the morning, just going for a walk to loosen myself up. What's funny is like it's not like I'm totally injured. Like I can jog even with how I feel like when I wake up. But like I've learned like just trying to sit and try to use heat therapy with this. Like it helps to start, like kind of warms things up. Just walking really helps. So so I'm feeling good. I'm out here walking. And yesterday picked up an appointment. Went and did that, showed the presentation. I'm feeling really confident about my presentations. And basically we do like solar power purchase agreements. And I think it's a real good program for homeowners and stuff. It took me like a good 4 weeks to even accept this job because I was like, I really wanted to vet it before I sold it. And so there's a lot of other things out there. There's pros and cons to everything, but gotta make a living. And the career market was just like trying to find a job was a joke. It felt like, I get interviews and they pass me up and they'll be like, hey, you should try applying for this job because you seem too qualified for this one. I'm like, all right, cool. Move it up. And then I get ghosted. And what's crazy is like you get ghosted at the corporate level, you're like, what are you even doing as a company? Like there's people here who are applying for corporate level jobs and you don't have the respect for that. Yeah, whatever. So it's company Trinity Total Home. They actually got back to me. They interviewed me. They offered me a job. Say, hey, you're gonna be a door knocker. Yeah, 27 years in the restaurant business. Now I'm gonna knock doors. It took me a minute, but what I'm so passionate about is that they gave me a shot. That's all we really want in life, right? Just want a shot, something, you know. Even it's just crazy where life takes you. So, but as they say, it's like if you can sell on the door, you can sell in anything. And so I feel like this is a skill gap that I have. I didn't have the sales skill. I didn't have I could do it in restaurant, every conversation, upsell, but it's a different conversation when those people are coming to your restaurant and they're kind of expecting you to upsell them. there's no one sitting at home, sitting around and going, "Hey, I hope a door-to-door salesman shows up at my door today and has a conversation for me and pitches me something." I mean, I do now. I'm like, "Hey, it'd be great to have someone show up at my door. I can pitch them too. Like, hey, come work for us." It's just funny now. I'm much more in tune to that lifestyle, just as I am in tune to the restaurant lifestyle. Like when I go out to eat at a restaurant, there's a part of me that just wants to like lurk in the kitchen, kind of just watch, like especially on a really busy night. It's like just watch it because it's like a chaos, but it's just like it's a fun chaos. Yeah, fun for some of us. It is stressful, but there's an energy to it. Just like any career, any profession, there's levels to it where you know it excites you. Like there's the nitty gritty, there's the details and the things that excite. So I'm out for a walk. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to some Gary V. Need a little bit out of my life. Yesterday I had my LY presentation. That went well. Today I have an appointment. I got set up yesterday. Another company decided to no show an appointment. I was like, yeah, I got you. I'll make it happen. That's who I am. That's how I feel like I've been getting back to as a person. My business life really beat me down. Like I was in a depressed state, losing money, wondering about my life a lot. Like when's it ever gonna get better? And I learned just walking away was the only path I had, the path I wanted to take was, sell it all and do all that, but that wasn't the path, you know? And so new path. So I listened to Gary Vee and mentally I just been getting better and better the farther away I get from my restaurant life, um, especially as an owner. And the stresses of that. And this morning I'm out for a walk and it's like I have this urge in my body. And I'm like, oh. And that's something that goes back to my football days. There was and really, it's really ironic now I'm thinking about it. It was a team we were playing down in Lancaster, PA. And back then I think we were 8 man. And one of our players, Joshua Potts, he, uh, he was a player he had some, uh, he joined our team a little late in the season, um, after our preseason stuff. But he was, I'll say a relative, one of our players, and he had tried out for the Ravens. He played for Villanova. So he had some good skill. And like watching him play, he was fast. He covered ground. They brought a certain attitude, and that attitude was, "I'm damn good," and the team needed it. Like we were all good players. We were the kind of team that would go 10-0 every year, maybe drop a game, you know, in the regular season. But we were in the championship basically every year, and at least and he showed up one time. We're playing this team in Lancaster, and he showed up late. We're out, the whole team's out there stretching, and he comes rolling up. He's like, "Who let the Sharks out the cage? Oh!" And we're all just like looking around, like, "Who the hell is this guy?" like, like, like we're all we're all following Coach Jet. We're all kind of like buttoned up. We're a professional semi-pro team. We're semi-pro, but we treated it right. Here's this dude just showing up, walking through our stretches, going, "Oh, it was a rallying call for our team," and it's a powerful one, you know. And so, before every game, then from that moment on, when the Sharks were still a team, we used that call. And unfortunately, he had passed a few years after that, but his legacy lives on, and that's life. Life throws you curves. It's how you approach it, how you get back, and that's really what I wanted to share. Really, it's just like a find your oh moment. What's the thing that turns you up? And I was out for a walk. I did it once, and I was like, man, that was kind of good. I kind of get back to like who I was, and a little later on, I'm more secluded area of my walk, kind of let it rip more, and it's just couldn't help but giggle. I was like giggling. I was like this, I just feel that a different power within me, who I am. It's who I am, and I got so far off my path trying to please a franchise that I forgot who I was. That's a story for another day, but appreciate y'all. Peace out.